That Malcolm and Marie was something totally different, honey. Stay tuned, honey. Stay tuned. And welcome back to Danny T Speaks with I'm About to Read You. Yes. And Malcolm and Marie, child. Okay. These two. So, disclaimer, this movie has a lot of arguing, talks of depression, drug abuse. So, if you are sensitive to any of those, do not watch this. It might set you back. I don't like it. No, the same for you. Arguing is sensitive. Even though I can say they do some healthy arguing, don't. So, disclaimer, I look very natural today. Yes, I don't have a makeup. I don't have nothing on. It's just me. I wasn't planning on videotaping y'all, but I watched this movie and I was like, why would I let this moment pass? So, yeah, you getting all natural today. You just getting, I have nothing on. You see my new growth, my gray, all that. I know. I know. So, this movie, you have to woosah. So I'm gonna give it a 1, 2, and a 3. Lips, 1, 2, and a 3. Let me speak on it. So 3 because I love Zendaya. I always like Zendaya, and I liked her in Euphoria. So she's really good. She's a really good actress. And then John David because he's Denzel Washington's son. Oh my God, like really? Yes. So because I've always been a fan of Denzel's. His son can act. I liked him in Black Klansman, so that's why I give it a 3. I also give it a 3 because it was a lot of healthy dialogue as far as a couple and issues. So that was really, really cool. Also, to see that people can't argue without it turning into Ike and Tina's type of situation. Everything don't have to be Ike and Tina. That's why I give it a 3. I give it a 2 because I don't know, like it just was so up and down. Like I was waiting for more and I didn't get it. Like I was waiting for something else to really, really happen and it didn't. And it just was like, we're going back to this argument, which I guess the writer, who is a guy named Sam Livingston, is why I give it a 1. I like to see certain things from people that deals with their culture. I'm not racist or anything like that, but I don't know. I would just have liked to see this from a Black writer's perspective with Black characters. That's all I'm gonna say on that. So that's why I gave it a 1. But I think there was a lot of healthy arguing as far as they get their point across and they are listening to that other person instead of I argue, this is my point, I leave. And she listened to him, he listened to her. So yeah, the movie takes place, which they filmed during the pandemic. So it was them two. It was a pandemic filming. So they didn't have, it was one setting, just Malcolm and Marie. He came home from the debut of his movie, and he came in the house on high. She came in the house annoyed, and that's where it starts. He all high. He ready to make love and be with his girl and enjoy his night. He had a winning day. Blah blah blah. He on 10, and she's like mad, annoyed. So as the movie goes along, you start to see, you start to hear why she's annoyed. She's annoyed for one because he didn't cast her. She's annoyed. That was an argument. She's annoyed for 2 because he didn't. The first argument was because he didn't acknowledge her in his thank you speech. So when he got to say thank you, blah blah blah, she wasn't included on that thank you speech. So that ticked her off. And then that was one argument. Then the other argument was because she felt like he didn't cast her. So they would argue, kind of make up, kiss, hug, love on each other. Then she would go into this depression mode, blah, blah, blah. And basically he didn't cast her because when she went to her audition, she didn't do good. So why would he cast her? Like, you didn't even come in here and knock it out so I could try to vouch for you. You came in here and did half. Why would I? No, you can make my. I don't care if we are dating. You ain't about to make me look stupid. So that's why. So then it comes out as they arguing that she deals with a lot of depression. When he met her, she was on drugs. Which, would you date somebody? If you on drugs, I'm not dating you. You ain't coming home with me. No, not you on Xannies, girl. Bye. No. So he met her. She was on drugs and blah blah blah. So that's another reason why he didn't. He stayed with her. He loves her, but she's going through all these changes with depression and drug use and stuff. So he just really at bay with her. To me, like how she explained it was, she explained it to him. It was so perfect. She said, once you know somebody's there for them, you forget them. Like, I know you here, but I don't have to do anything else to keep you here. I just know that you're going to be here. And that's kind of the thought pattern that she took. Like, I agree with both of their arguments through the movie. Like, I'd be like, yeah, he making a good. I'm like, dang, she making a good point too. But ain't it just like people to suck the life out of you at a good moment? Like, we on 10. Can we argue about this tomorrow? Why do we have to argue about this right now? Like, we could have argued about this when I started filming or anything, and then she kind of felt a certain way with the girl that he did cast, because she felt like, he really liked her, and that she would kind of insinuate that he was cheating with her, but that wasn't one of the arguments. It was just a little small discussion, but that was it. So I liked the movie as far as the dialogue. The dialogue was so perfect and spot on as far as a relationship and what really happens when we are going through, when we're at home and nobody sees us at home. That is perfect. Like, yeah, we arguing and this is how we go. And so to see that to me was to see on film was really great. Because, didn't get tore up. It wasn't no Iketina moment. Ain't nobody Iketina. It was just a healthy argument between two people that were in love. He was voicing his opinion. She was voicing her opinion. And that was really what was it. And then she came out and she acted for him. And he thought she was serious. That was real funny. He thought she was serious, but I knew she was acting to prove a point that I can act. And that's when he was like, why you didn't do this in the doggone audition? You came in there and gave a 1 when you could have gave a 10. Like, so that was huge. It was really funny. It was really funny. 2 parts were really funny to me. After she took a bath, they had argued. He talked about her because she thought the movie was about her. Like, he wrote it from her life. And he's like, no, I wrote this from a bunch of girls that I dated, and he went down, different girls in the movie that he dated and what they actually did that he put into the movie. So it was really cute. And so he goes outside to smoke a cigarette, and then she goes and follows him outside, and she plays this song. It is like the perfect song for the perfect moment. It was like, wow, who wrote this song? Because it is absolutely hilarious that she plugged it in at the right time. And the words to the song were perfect. Like, girl, why are you still with him? He don't do nothing for you. He treat you bad. Why are you with him? So then she's sitting there just smoking her cigarette, like listening to the song, and he just get mad. The other part that was funny was when she told him, did she tell him his script was mediocre or something? And he went outside and started fighting the air. I was like, dude, it's crazy. Like, he really letting this girl get it underneath him. But you could see that he loved her because he didn't leave the house. He stayed and argued with her. Even though it was a pandemic, he could have left the house. Maybe if it wasn't a pandemic, he would have left the house and never came back the next day. But he stayed at the house and he just went walking outside and fighting the air. Like, that was hilarious. I laugh at the goofiest stuff, like stuff that's probably not funny, but it's funny to me. Like, everybody's like, that's not funny. But it was funny to me that he was fighting his air. Or whatever. So, like, yeah, this movie, I mean, if you watch it with an open mind that it's a pandemic movie, so it's one setting, they ain't going nowhere, and it's just arguing. It's a healthy, toxic argument. It's healthy in the fact that they get their points across, but it's toxic because she always got something to complain about. Like, the girl just never stopped complaining at all. She just, God, have y'all been around people like that? Just be like, dude, shut up. Like, why do we have to keep arguing about this? And it was like, I wish you would have said at the end what she said at the beginning, because then even when she said, why didn't you cast me in your film? Dude took and flipped it to something else. And I'm like, dude, just answer her question. Man, oh God, man. Men swear they want to argue. Men only argue about sports. That's the only thing they're going to argue about. When it comes to the real life, the real issues, you will ask them a direct question and he told her she was jealous and all this other stuff. No, she wants to know why you didn't cast her. She didn't ask you. She didn't make reference of anything else. Why didn't you cast me first? That was her problem. He went around the whole bend. Oh gosh. Because men don't like answering questions when it comes from a woman, but they'll argue with somebody about some football team. Anyways, so yeah, that ends my review. Talking about football. Yes, I'm from Kansas City, and the Chiefs will be winning the Super Bowl. Okay? Yes. So that ends my review. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a video. So please leave your comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on Malcolm and Marie. Please, I want to hear what you have to say. And I want to see if we can have healthy dialogue in my comments. All right, guys. Bye.